Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Let me to introduce myself. My name is Fanila Sari from Education Office Administration A 2019, Faculty of Economics, State University of Jakarta. In this video, I would like present a report and internship program at the Center for Increasing the Use of Domestic Product, commonly called P3DN, Ministry of Industry of the Republic of Indonesia. So, let's get started. So this is the table of content that I will cover in this video. There is an introduction, an overview of the Ministry of Industry, the implementation program, a closing, and the references. Next, the introduction. Competence and experience are currently needed in the world of work. Science and technology are developing rapidly. Along with the development of these times, a person must have the competence to be able to compete in the world of work of industry. In this case, we realize that human resources are the main capital in such activities. Therefore, the quality of labor must be well developed. One way is to provide opportunities for students to get know how the world of work better by participating in internship activities. In order to produce quality human resource and be able to apply the theories that have been learned during lectures, the Program Study of Education Office Administration, Faculty of Economics, State University of Jakarta, have an internship or PKL course. With this internship or PKL course, students can apply the knowledge that has been gained during lectures into the real world of work. Praktikan or I had the opportunity to conduct internship at the Ministry of Industry of the Republic of Indonesia, and based of curiosity about the work in the world office work. After completing the administrative stage, then the practicum is placed in the Center for Increasing the Use of Domestic Product, as we know P3DN Center. In this archives section, the section is related to the Office Administration Education Study Program. In this case, practicant can understand directly how to manage archives in government institution. Next, the purpose of implementing the internship program. 1. Gaining work experience and training students in interacting, socializing, and adapting to the world of work. 2. Completed one of the course in the Faculty of Economics, State University of Jakarta. 3. Encourage students to find and solve problems that occur during internship program. And 4, or the last, in addition, fostering cooperation between the Faculty of Economics, State University of Jakarta, and both government institutions where students carry out internship program. Next, benefits of implementing an internship. These internship programs are currently very useful for practicant, universities, and also related institutions. The benefits are: 1. Benefits for practicant. First, meet one of the graduation requirements for office administration education students. Second, improve student skills for the knowledge they have during lectures. Third, become a means of learning and forming a responsible, independent, and accustomed character to adjust to the work environment. 4. Develop the knowledge gained in college and try to find something new that has never been gained from formal education. 5. Providing concrete experience in terms of the world of work. The last, improve the ability to socialize with more experienced employees in the work environment and increase discipline, responsibility, and complete the tasks that have been assigned to practicant. Next, benefits for the Faculty of Economics at University of Jakarta. First, opening opportunities for cooperation in the field of resource between the Faculty of Economics and the world of work. Second, building a positive image of the world of work regarding the success of internship program carried out by students. Third, can improve group cooperation relation between the State University of Jakarta and the institution. And the last, get feedback to improve the curriculum according to the needs of the work environment and development demands in general. The Faculty of Economics, State University of Jakarta, can produce competent graduates in the world of work. And three benefits for the Ministry of Industry of the Republic Indonesia. First, can establish good relation between universities and the Ministry of Industry Republic of Indonesia to create mutually beneficial cooperation. Second, get human resource assistant in doing work according to the field of expertise without having carry out employee recruitment activities. And the last, can be a source of information about human resource who have good capabilities, quality, and responsibility. Next, internship schedule. Praktikan carries out internship activities which lasts for 34 days, starting from February 9 until March 30, 2022. In the implementation of internship, there are three stages that must be carried out, namely preparation, implementation, and writing reports. In short, in the 3rd and 4th weeks of January, practican of observing and disseminating internship permit application letter to several institutions. And then in the 4th week of January, the Ministry of Industry also gave news that practican was accepted and then carry out internship activities from 2nd week of February to the 4th week of March. Then continue to make reports during internship activities. Overview of the Ministry of Industry of the Republic of Indonesia. The Ministry of Industry of the Republic of Indonesia, or what can be called the Kemenperin, is a ministry within the government of Indonesia in charge of industrial affairs. Then the practican of providing a table for changing the name of the cabinet of the Ministry of Industry during the time the institution was formed. First, since the information of the cabinet of the Republic of Indonesia won with the presidential system on August 19, 1945, the authority and responsibility of the industrial and trade sector is under the Ministry of Prosperity led by Insinyur Surahman Cokro Adi Sudirjo. Second, from January 2021 to September 6, 1950 and 50, the industrial and the trade sector become one of the Ministry of Trade and Industry led by Mr. Tanjono Manu, whose cabinet was named Republic of the United States of Indonesia. Third, when the Universal Planning National Development Program was enacted, which began in 1961, industrial development was handled by two departments, namely the Ministry of Basic Industry and Mining, or as we know, Deperdatam, and the Ministry of People Industry, or as we know, Deperindra, where this cabinet was named Wikora. And fourth, the Ministry of Industry and Trade under leadership of Rini Suwandi ended 2004 along with the change of the President of Republic Indonesia, namely with the election Dr. Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono as SBY as President of the Republic of Indonesia through the first direct election in Indonesia with the Cabinet United Indonesia. Then in the composition of the United Indonesia Cabinet Volume 2 under the leadership of President of the Republic Indonesia SBY and the Vice President of the Republic of Indonesia Budiono, the Ministry of Industry was changed to the Ministry of Industry with Muhammad Hidayat as Minister of Industry. And last, in industrial development in the working cabinet is a translation of the vision and the mission of the President of the Republic Indonesia by realizing and describing the Trisakti program, namely political sovereignty, economical independence, and socio-cultural personality. Next, vision and mission of the Ministry of Industry. The vision of national industrial development is for Indonesia to become a resilient industrial country. And then vision are 1. The structure of the national industry is strong, deep, healthy, and equitable. 2. Highly competitive industries at the global level. And 3. An industry based on innovation and technology. In order to realize this vision, national industrial development carries out the mission 1. Increasing the role of national industry as a pillar and driver of the national economy. 2. Strengthening and deepening the national industrial structure. 3. Improving independent, competitive, and advanced industry as well as green industry. 4. Ensuring business certainty, healthy competition, and preventing the conservation or control of industry by one group or individual that harm society. 5. Opening up business opportunities and expanding employment opportunities. And 6. Otherwise, increasing the distribution of industrial development throughout Indonesia in order to strengthen and national resilience and increase the prosperity and welfare of the community in an equitable manner. Status and function of the Ministry of Industry. 1. Formulation and establishment of policies in the field of industrial development. 2. Implementation of policies in the field of industrial development. 3. Implementation of technical guidance and supervision over the implementation of the efforts of the Ministry of Industry in the regions. 4. Coordination of task implementation, guidance, and provision of administrative support to all elements of the organization within the Ministry of Industry. 5. Management of state property, which is the responsibility of the Ministry of Industry. 6. Supervision of the implementation of duties within the Ministry of Industry. 7. Implementation of coordination, formulation, application, enforcement, and supervision of industrial standardization, optimization of industrial technology utilization, strengthening of green industry, and preparation of industrial service policy recommendation. 8. Implementation of industrial human resource development. And 9. Implementation of substantive support to all elements of the organization within the Ministry of Industry. Next, the organizational structure of the Ministry of Industry. The Ministry of Industry, in carrying out the duties and function, is divided into several work units that have the function of assisting the performance and duties of the Ministry of Industry. This is in accordance with the regulation of the Minister of Industry number 7 of 2021 concerning the organization and governance of the Ministry of Industry. The organizational structure of the Ministry of Industry in accordance with Chapter 1, Article 6. In carrying out the Ministry of Industry, duties are headed by Minister of Industry as the leader of the organization. In carrying out the duties of the Minister of Industry, it's assisted by 4 expert staff, and in carrying out their duties, expert staff are responsible to the Minister of Industry and are administratively coordinated by Secretary General. In carrying out the function, duties, and activities of the industry, it's assisted by the Inspectorate General, 5 Director General, and 2 agencies. Next, organizational structure, tasks, and function of P3DN Center. The P3DN Center consists of 1. Administrative Subdivision and 2. Functional Position Group. The Administrative Subdivision has the task of carrying out budgetary affairs, finance, human resource, organization, governance, state property, correspondence, recoveries, and central household. Meanwhile, functional positions have varying duties depending on the grouping of employees based on their expertise. So, in each section filled with the people who have the same skill and tasks are divided into several work units. The P3DN Center has the task of carrying out the preparation of technical policies, plans, program, implementation, monitoring, evaluation, and reporting in the field of increasing the use of domestic products. In carrying out the duties as referred to in the Regulation of the Ministry of Industry number 7 of 2021, Article 246, the P3DN Center carries out the function of first, preparation of technical policies, plans, the programs in the field of increasing the use of domestic products. Second, implementation of cooperation in the field of increasing the use of domestic products. 3. Implementation of domestic component level certification and the weight of company benefit. 4. Implementation of supervision, control, and implementation and the problem solving on the implementation of increasing the use of domestic products. And the last, implementation of the budget, financial, human resource, organization, governance, state property, correspondent, archives, and central household affairs. Next, the implementation of internship program at the P3DN Center of the Ministry of Industry. During the internship activities, the practicant of doing work in the field of archives, namely carrying out tasks regarding the stage of management and filing of active archives. Next, implementation of internship program at the P3DN Center of the Ministry of Industry. During the internship activities, the practicant of doing work in the field of archives, namely carrying out the tasks regarding the stage of management and filing of active archives. And work implementation is 1. Create an archivist list. The creation of an archivist list is made with the aim of organizing archival information and being a means of assisting in the retrieval of archives. Active archive list creation using Microsoft Excel application in order to make it easier to create an archive list and during the process of retrieving archives if needed. 2. Filing and management of archives. Filing is the placement of documents into an arrangement that arranges systematically and logically according to the context of its activities so that it becomes one file because it has information relationship, similarities in type or similarities in problem of work units. Next, stages of archival management and filing at the P3DN Center. First, archive inspection is the activity of checking the completed of the file to ensure that no other archive are mixed and inserted during the filing. Second, determining and indexing archives is an activity of providing identifier or keyword to make it easier to rediscovery. Third, sorting the activity of grouping archives file. Fourth, the provision of classification code is the activity of fixing code to file that will be stored, making it easier to store and folder or archive drawers and also making it easier at the time of archive rediscovery. Fifth, labeling is the realization of index and code determination activities. And the last, archive stores is placing documents or archives in accordance with the store system and equipment used. The store system will be effective and efficient whenever supported by exciting equipment. Next, obstacles encountered. 1. The file to be saved is still mixed with the file of the year before and the file year after so that it has to sort the file many times. 2. There is a shortage of archive files that will be stored so that the stores of archive files in the storage box is still insufficient or incomplete, which causes the work to be delayed and even the work becomes ineffective. 3. Limited space to carry out archival activities and storage of archive box so that the archivist stores are not collected in one place but in several places. Next, how to overcome obstacles. 1. Unable to overcome these obstacles is to conduct a thorough examination of the file. According to Dungino 2020, the file inspection process is an activity to find out whether a file is complete or not when you want to start it. Error in the examination of file will have an impact on entirety of the stack of archiving activities. 2. The second obstacle that practice experience is the lack of file or incomplete file when you want to start. Similarly, a first obstacles requires accuracy in examination of the file. According to Nadia and Salviana 2019, examination activities are carried out to determine the completeness, cycle condition of archive, and relationship with other archives. Incomplete files that are damaged or not in one unit to be completed, repaired, or combined with other files that have been stored. And third, in the process of managing archive, it's necessary to have adequate facilities and infrastructure, especially space to store archives. According to Hayati 2020, archive maintenance will be carried out with space to archive stores, which should be adjusted to the form archives that will be stored in it so that it will prevent fragmentary stores. Next, the gap between theory and practice during internship. Based on observation and experience of practicum during internship activities at the Center for Increasing the Use of Domestic Product or P3DN Center of the Ministry of Industry of the Republic of Indonesia, a gap was found between the theory and the practice. 1. Archives are not stored where they should be stored and only stacked at the end of the office room so that the archive looks so messy and chaotic. 2. The lack of neatness and accuracy in the examination of archives is because the archives that are arranged are mixed with the archive files of the years before and the year after at the time of wanting to be stored archive. In addition, the lack of some file at the time of starts this can happen because someone borrowed the file without making a list borrowers, so that the start is not complete. Next, closing. Internship of practical work and the implementation of internship activities is an activity in the field of archives. The implementation of practical internship program gets several work tasks carried by the practicant during the internship activities, namely making the table of contents of archive files and filing archives, which include inspection, coding, sorting, classification, coding making, labeling, and archival storage during the internship period. Practicant experienced several obstacles faced, namely files that were still mixed, incomplete file, and limited space when managing archives. Next, recommendation. After practicant undergoes internship at the P3DN Center of the Ministry of Industry of the Republic of Indonesia, practicant has several suggestions that hopefully can be useful and help in the implementation of internship program in the future so that they can run better. The suggestions that practicant can give are: 1. Advice for students who will carry out internship program. Students should be better prepare themselves by finding out in advance the place of internship program that is in accordance with the field of education taken, administrative preparation from the university, and understanding the field of work that will be carried out during implementation of internship program. And students must train and develop skills and abilities in each of them. This is so that students can easily interact with every party in work environment. 2. Advice for the Faculty of Economics at University of Jakarta. Both the faculty and the university can provide an overview and briefing on work in the company or institution that is in accordance with the measure of concentration of education that a student undergoes. So that from the beginning, students provide an overview of the implementation of internship. And then adding to the ongoing cooperation with several companies and institutions where previously there were students who carried out internship in these companies or institution. And 3. Advice to the Ministry of Industry of the Republic of Indonesia. First, providing adequate space for archival management activities so that archival activities can run smoothly, efficient, and effective. Second, the preparation of file that comes should be immediately arranged according to the arrival of the file so that there is no mixing or archives files that will be stored. And the last, prioritize archive files that are lacking or incomplete to be found immediately so that archive management activities can run effectively and efficiently. Next, furthermore, this is a references that is practiced to use in the presentation of this report. So you guys can read it off the monitor. So that's all I can say. Hopefully this report can be useful for all of us. More or less, I apologize. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.